Hello and welcome to The Chosen Few, the one and only place for you. My name is Isabelle Santine, and in 2 months, it'll be officially 1 year since I released the first ever public version of Save, namely version 1.0.0. Since then, the project has received some major bug fixes, security patches, and feature updates. These patches were released routinely throughout the year of 2023 whenever I had time to work on them. However, as version 1 of Save reaches its first anniversary, there comes a point where I must shift focus away from supporting the currently released version and devoting my full effort towards the next major version upgrade, version 2.x. This is the focus of today's video. Phasing out version 1.x. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and version 1.x of the Save suite is no different. While the project has had a fantastic first outing, it is in need of some major renovations that will take a long time to complete. The last official minor version upgrade of the 1.x suite will be marked by Save version 1.2, and boy, is it a big step up from the last version. Users can expect to see vastly improved performance for all existing feature modules, which at this time mainly includes the NTSC modem and the Vidicon camera emulation features. Windows users will reap the benefits of a brand new GPU implementation for both the NTSC demodulator and the Vidicon camera filter, which provides an intense speedup to your video processing pipeline. macOS and Linux users, rest assured, I've also made sure to include some goodies for y'all as well. The cross-platform version of Save version 1.2 sports a fully parallelized CPU implementation of the NTSC demodulator and Vidicon camera filter modules, which means that the suite can finally take advantage of multi-core hardware to achieve drastic speedups. Not to mention the tireless effort I put into converting all of the processing code to use native vector types, which further enhances the performance on both the CPU and GPU. Save version 1.2.x is available on the Chosen Few software website right now, so simply follow the link in the description if you'd like to get started with that. Looking ahead to version 2.x. Once completed, the next version of Save will be released to the public, alongside some changes to pricing options. Let's talk about that quick because I've finally made up my mind about most of it, and I want there to be no surprises for my existing customers. Firstly, the Patreon will see some pricing updates as far as the different tiers go. In my initial Patreon announcement last year, I discussed how there are at the moment 2 distinct tiers that customers can subscribe to, Supporter and Supporter Plus, which cost $5 and $10 per month respectively. These tiers will not change in price, benefits, or availability. This means, for example, that Save version 1.2.x will still continue to be offered as a benefit to the patrons that are already subscribed to the Supporter Plus tier, even once Save version 2 releases. However, I'm also going to add a new tier called Supporter Plus Plus, which ideally will cost $15 per month at the most, and include access to both major versions of Save at launch. The price increase is of course representative of the vast improvements users will see in version 2.x. Additionally, I'm going to add a new one-time pricing option for people who want to use the tool, but can't or don't want to commit to a subscription. While this one-time purchase option is not currently available publicly, it is in the works and will launch in time for the version 2 release of Save. Guarantees and commitments. Considering I am still merely one developer who juggles her business with the rest of a young adult's life, I need to make sure not to overpromise. After much internal debate, I've figured out what I can reasonably commit to with respect to Chosen Few software and the Save project. All Chosen Few software products will receive yearly version upgrades. For example, last year I released Save version 1, this year I'm going to release Save version 2, and the year after that it'll be version 3. Based on this promise, this is what the numbers will look like for a Patreon subscription versus the one-time purchase / permanent license option. Right now, I'm planning on giving Supporter Plus Plus patrons access to the version 2.x suite once it releases. So at $15 per month, hypothetically, for a year's worth of patches, that'll add up to $180 a year on the consumer side. Now, contrast this to the one-time purchase option, which entitles you to the same year's worth of patches, plus permanent access to the last ever version for that year. This purchase might cost you $195 upfront. Why the markup? First of all, I obviously want to reward my patrons for their commitment, so giving them a discount for their trouble is the least I can do. Furthermore, the permanent license is in fact permanent. That is to say, once you pay me to use the tool, you don't have to pay me for it ever again if you don't want to. Contrast this to the way my Patreon currently works, where if you cancel your membership, you lose access to the tool after your current billing period expires. A markup in price for a permanent license is only fair in this case, because for what little you pay extra, you get access to a brilliant piece of software forever without paying me another dime. Also worth noting is that people who opt for the membership option receive continuous support and upgrades for as long as they're subscribed, as opposed to one-time customers who have to shell out the extra bit of cash every year if they want the same benefit. So depending on whether you're interested in future save updates, consider subscribing to the Patreon, wink wink. But yeah, that about wraps up what I wanted to discuss in this video, and I sincerely hope that all you fans out there feel that the choices I'm making regarding the project and its future seem fair and reasonable. I'm really excited to keep building this product and want to get it out there as soon as possible. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you on the flip side. Cheers!